So I have a. We're not live, right?
Yes,
We're
we
going
are.
on now.
Yes,
We're
we are
live
live.
now, so
Yes, we are live
be
right
careful
this
what you
second.
say.
Yeah, watch what you say, guys. I got the crew here.
All right.
So, all right. Welcome. I can't see my face. It says live over it. So sorry about that. So we're live, guys. This is Beverly Hills Recap. Krista Marie, RealiTEA, Krista Marie, and Erin D. We usually do decide you on, but we're going to do both recap. I have special guests. We have Mike. Don't know how to say Mike's last name, but we all know Mike. Mike is a Adams Family Zach Pack, I believe. I'm not really sure. Real quick.
Yeah, I'm kind of a. I mean, I've always watched Housewives, but I'm new to the scene, right? My Twitter, if you guys notice, every now and then you're gonna see Mariah Carey on the feed. I get started years ago as a Mariah Carey stan account.
Really?
And, yeah, when I was like in high school, or like just out of high school, and it's evolved over time. It's kind of more so current events, housewives, and now just memes, and it really just makes me laugh. It's kind of a break from reality.
That's
funny.
awesome. Wait,
Yeah.
you have like a meme account too?
Yeah. Totally.
Am I yelling, guys?
I don't feel like you are.
Okay. I do memes on Instagram, but we have to check it. Are you on Instagram? Make sure you like leave your handle and stuff before we go. For all
I
that.
am. Yeah, actually, my handle, my name as it's listed on here, that's my Instagram handle as well.
Okay, cool. And then we have Mr. Joe Mendoza. Joe,
What?
say hello.
Why?
What?
Everybody knows Joe. Yes, so Joe's gonna act like, oh, Mr. I'm too cool to talk now.
No,
Um,
I'm good.
But so I'm just gonna give you guys a really like quick. So my whole thing is, I am obviously not an Erika or Lisa fan, and but Zach and Erin, and I feel like Joe is a little bit more of an Erika fan. And you know, as everybody knows, I get a little animated and very passionate about how I feel about them. And I feel like Mike takes my side a little bit, usually with Teresa or Jersey. So not that I'm not taking sides. We're not like in corners right now. I'm not putting us in separate corners. Just in case. I'm just saying. And like everybody's entitled to their own opinions. Nobody has to agree with me. Just know that at the end of the day, I'm always right. But I will.
I've never agreed with her. So.
No. We will respectfully disagree. We always remain friends, and obviously. So if you guys see us argue, and please don't take my passionate as being angry, because if I curse and I get really loud, that is how I talk. That is how I communicate. Ask my husband. I'm like this at 4 or 5 in the morning when he gets up. I'm like this at nighttime, especially when I'm a Teresa. I act like Teresa. I just don't. It takes me like about, I don't know what, Erin, like 15 minutes to calm down.
I love it.
It did. It was because I had to last night. But
Yeah.
But anyway,
Between her and my dad, who's obsessed with Zach, like Chris is yelling at me, and my dad's like, "I'm missing after party."
I know. I wasn't yelling at you though. I was just
No,
yelling.
but between the two of them, it felt like yelling because I was like,
Wait,
I'm sorry,
trying to
Dad.
ask questions. He's like, "I'm missing Zach's after party. Stop talking."
you said your father watches Zach?
Yeah, my father loves Zach.
That is so cool.
I think he watches us too, doesn't he? Is
Yeah,
that
he watches all of them. But
Hi,
on
Dad.
Zach's, he literally asked questions, and Zach answered his question. So Zach's his favorite. And I was like, dude, he thinks it's me.
So he has. Yeah, sorry, guys, don't mind me. I legally smoke marijuana. Just saying it's legal. And all right, so we have Gabby and our family in the chat.
See, she has to qualify it legally.
No, it's legal. I have a marijuana card, and it's also legal to smoke it now, recreational too. So, but
All right.
if you guys, I mean, honestly, imagine if I didn't smoke weed. Just imagine that. Imagine that. How I was okay. Yeah, it's gonna be Gab. It's gonna be like 97 here tomorrow, 95.
Oh wow.
So be outside in my pool. I was in it this morning. I vacuumed it this morning. But anyway, so let's did Zach and Handsome make a love connection? I was gonna ask that question, but I figured that was very appropriate because I think Mike's married. Mike, aren't you married to somebody? Or
No, I am not married.
You have a boyfriend, right? Or live-in?
Single. I've been dating, going on dates. And stuff.
Oh, so it's a possibility.
Yeah, he's just so far though. I'm in Chicago.
Oh yeah, you guys are kind of far.
Yeah, but
Hi,
apparently it's a good top.
Oh Jesus! All right, this is not naughty naughties, whatever you guys are. Not the naughty naughty show. Okay.
That's not Krista.
It's 11:15 a.m. live on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube.
Oh, Twitter, yes.
Just remember that Twitter lets us say whatever you want. Facebook will ban you for life. They already tried. We don't want to go there again, please. All right, so let's get into this episode because, I mean,
this was a good one.
Bee situation. Okay. Did you guys forget about how, am I the only one that remembered about the bee story and thought how odd that was? Erin, Mike, Joe, anyone?
The what story? What'd you say?
I thought it was a cute story.
The bee story. And if you don't, all right. Dorit told the story about
oh, yeah.
why she was so calm and how she stayed so calm. The story about the poor bee. I'm sorry, bee. I'm team bee. Justice for the bee. He did not ask to be involved in this story. He did not ask to be involved in the storyline. He probably signed an NDA. Who knows? But the bee, I'm sorry, justice for you, bee, because you did not ask to be involved in this dumb curry. Okay.
Yeah, but then the bee flew to Australia and got stepped on.
Well, I mean, when you pick a bee up by its wings, you realize that it dies. So, I mean.
Yeah, they definitely killed the bee.
That bee did not deserve to die. And do I believe that's why she stayed calm and she thought about the bee story? Absolutely not. I'm not going to say why.
She didn't say she thought about the bee story. We've been fighting about this since Wednesday night. She was giving an example of how her father taught her to stay calm.
Stay calm. So she had to think about the bee.
She didn't say she thought about the bee. She was just saying that was an example of
she told us. Okay, I will. All right, asked and answered. Asked and answered. I'll rephrase the question, Elaine.
What, if any?
What, if any, did the bee have to do with? Okay, anyway.
I love it. The bee.
Like when you overly explain things that people aren't even asking you. To me, it's just odd. It's just odd.
We know that is typical Dorit, though.
Thank you.
Typical to go into random she talks in circles before she makes her point. That's kind of
Thank you, Mike.
She could be loquacious.
I'm sure editing has a fun time editing and trying to make it seem like make it a little more concise when she's doing her interviews.
She's in her deposition when they go to court when he gets accused of setting this all up, and she's in court.
I also feel like if your kids are in danger, you're gonna do whatever you need to do to stay calm. It's just gonna happen.
Right. Now, can I just say, all right, let me just say this. Now, Diana reminded us about the Kim Kardashian situation. The same exact thing happened to Kim Kardashian. Kim did not, she was so distraught and so destroyed everything. She didn't leave her house. They fired her security and her instantly. And, company wasn't inside job. They completely didn't trust anybody. They didn't leave each other's side. Kanye left this. He left right away. He just said, don't you have my kids with anybody. Don't you dare. And don't you, nobody. Yeah. He hired. And Kim was completely it almost destroyed her. So I'm just saying, it's just extremely, yes, we'll get to the recap. Anyway, we are getting into the recap. We're talking about the recap. We're talking about the show.
You're doing great.
Okay.
Yeah, we're starting from the top, right?
This entire situation, it just is very reminiscent of Kim, but it's not. The reactions are completely different. But anyway, so that's that. But anybody else want to start this recap that we're going into? I guess I'm not getting into.
Well, it's I think it was definitely the highlight of it was the Harry's birthday dinner, right?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
That's kind of what everybody was waiting for. After they leaked the trailer of Sutton going after or bringing those receipts, I mean, you can tell Bravo watches social media, right? Obviously. Yeah. And they know that Lisa Rinna is not favored among the fans because they chose that snippet to release, right?
Right.
So it's interesting to me that they did that.
Yeah, and so sorry guys, I'm completely thrown off now. I'm trying to bring it back. I'm trying to so
are you still getting emotional about the bee?
No, not at all. So I'm reading the chat and it's aggravating me, so I'm trying to But because now I'm like thrown completely off. Like I'm completely thrown off now because I completely whatever I was talking about, I can forget now. All right. So I feel like the Fox. I'm going to say the Fox News 4. I don't need because I don't want to include Dorit in this, but Kyle Sutton. No, Kyle, Lisa, Erika, and help me out. Lisa, Erika, Kyle, whoever. I know, whatever. I feel like they're very reminiscent of what they did to like very like ganging up on Sutton, kind of like just doing what they did to Denise, kind of like Erika will not let go of everything that she said to her last year. But didn't everybody accuse Erika, have the same questions and ask Erika the same questions, and just Sutton was the only one that like was a little bit forceful about it?
Sutton was the only one who,
huh?
Yeah, she was the only one who said it to her face. And
right.
Everyone else kind of. Dorit was another one who was also very vocal about how scared she was associated with it. And he was another one that was, and then she was silent at the dinner.
Hearing some sort of like breathing, like ASMR.
Like, do we think that Erika is remorseful? Anybody?
No. I mean, she probably is, but she's not doing a good job of showing it, right?
Right.
Yes.
And we spoke about that yesterday, Erin and I, but it's like if she only showed a little remorse, I think the public opinion would completely change about Erika Jayne. Right?
I completely agree. And
go ahead.
Sorry.
It's like you can compare it to Jen Shah, who's actually embroiled in charges, right?
Right.
Erika Jayne technically isn't, so it should be easier for her to navigate her way through this, if anything, because she hasn't actually been charged with anything.
Right. Now, see, hold on, I gotta plug my computer back in. Sorry, hold on.
It's a little bit harder because in a federal thing, they can't bring in as much as a civil lawsuit. So a civil lawsuit, anything she's filming, they don't really even have to do that much effort to actually get the footage or use any of these Twitters against her. The federal, they do have to prove that it's necessary. So it's actually easier for them to have access to anything she's saying in a civil. So she has to be more careful in a civil.
That's interesting.
Now, somebody was saying, like, somebody said to give Jen Shah more, I guess it was Andy on Watch What Happens Live, said, why does everybody give her more stuff? We treated a completely different situation. Why did he asked so many questions at the reunion. My whole thing is with Erika, we had 10 years, I don't know, however long she's been on, to trust, care, love, trust her, form opinions about her, and basically feel like we were duped by her, I think, a lot of us. And so we're more emotional about it, and she's more, Jen Shah's just as vocal about I'm not guilty, I didn't do anything, blah, blah, blah. But Jen Shah, we saw her take zero accountability for even anything the year before with anything in her life. So we didn't have time to fall in love with Jen Shah. We didn't have years to trust her. We didn't have years to think one way of her and then we think of another way. And I think that's a huge difference too. And the thing with Tom and then her husband, Coach Shah is not being vocal. Coach Shah is not the one who's in the limelight. Tom is the one. Tom said, I had this mind now it's going, what? Now I'm whatever. I'm shitting, I'm pooping myself. So I did it, whatever. And he just goes away. So of course we're not going after him. We're going after the people that are literally still on our TV that are denying things and saying things, whatever. So I think that's the difference. And that's why people say we're going after, I don't want to hear it again. Go ahead. Sorry.
The Erika thing, Erika was always rude and she was always that personality before this happened. So I'm not sure why people think she would have become this really sweet person. She wasn't going to be that. That's not who she was as a human being.
Yeah,
so
if she was going to be nice now, then it would just look really disenchanted.
Do we think she was rude though? I actually admired her pre-scandal, right? I thought
pre-scandal.
I thought that she was genuine.
Yes, absolutely.
I think that she was real, but
that's what was missing.
I think she's still being real now. She's in this really big, set of lawsuits.
Right.
She probably has to pay a lot of taxes or just back payments to the IRS at the end of this if she's got any more money left. The girl is pissed. So so maybe she just doesn't give a fuck about everyone. But I think she's still being real. Now do I like it? No. Do I want her to be a little bit more empathetic to the victims? Yes. But, you know, do I think she generally feels this way? Yeah, I do.
I do too, and that's I 100% agree. Like, she wasn't rude before. I liked her because, again, she was real. She was honest. You know, like I said before, she's never been somebody that, you know, talked about family, or you never see her get emotional about family parties. She doesn't talk about holidays. You never see any emotion that comes to that stuff. You hear about her life when she's getting paid for it in a book. You hear about her life when you say one thing or something about her son. But she's never, you know, we don't know an emotional Erika. We know a real Erika. But now I think her coldness shined through, and just, you know, her lack of, I don't want to go into it, but her lack of everything, her lack of empathy, her lack of, like, I understand, you know, she could have as well been a victim of Tom Girardi, and there would have been nothing wrong with saying that, coming out and saying, I had no idea, I'm a victim as well, I am so sorry, I'll start a GoFundMe, I'll take my extra $300,000 a year and put it towards, I got
no, the lawyers won't let you.
What do you
They
mean?
literally tell you to say nothing. You're not allowed to say
I really
anything.
do 100% remember her lawyer or somebody saying there's absolutely nothing wrong with her apologizing on behalf, but not apologizing for what he did, but coming out and saying, I am sorry that my husband did this because I'm also a victim as well.
Yeah, she could have very easily released something to empathize.
They said it a million times. Even Emily said there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. She could have said that a million
She
times.
could have empathized. 100% agree. I don't think she had the right team around her. I don't think she's a person that listens to anybody else.
Yeah, like, that's going to matter. You think she's going to listen to her team? Whatever lawyer she's paying, she better get her money back, because any lawyer that she's paying that amount of money for better be telling her to act differently than what she did. Same thing, you know.
So, question, like, during part 3 of the reunion last time, didn't she already say, like, hey, if this happened, she's sorry? Are we saying that she needs to do more?
No, but when you have a pair of diamond earrings that were clearly, allegedly very closely to when he got in trouble for $900,000, to me that's called money laundering. Whatever, it's called washing your money. Take those $900,000 earrings and sell them, and that's your money. You make $900,000 a year. You had a free life, whether you knew about it or not. You received stolen property and you spent it. Go and do something. You had a free life that was lavished. You can afford to pay back whatever they're saying you pay back.
Now, Richard said that he was working with Erika, and Erika, he did make a statement that Erika was doing what she could to pay back stuff before he got let go or whatever. So there was proof that she was actually working with them to give money back.
Okay, so that isn't, and so doing that is any better for saying that you're guilty than apologize. So apologizing on behalf is admitting guilt, but working to pay money back isn't.
But that shows she was empathetic. Yes, I mean she should have made a statement, but that shows she did care about the victims, because she did say
she clearly said she didn't care about the victims a million times.
Well, she says on the show in the future, like in the trailer, remember she said, I'm worried about me, and Crystal is the one like, well, you know, I'm thinking
and it's
about
not cool to side with the victims. It's called life. It's called humanity. It's called these people got re-victimized.
We are seeing it out of context, though. Yeah, we haven't.
She said it a million times.
I think that the earrings would have been a nice opportunity for her to show empathy, because it's not actual money. It's not like she had to hold on to that. It was an object, you know.
She did hand them over, though.
Object.
Yeah,
it was kind of, she didn't want to, and then she had to a third party. But
I mean, why not? You're dripping in diamonds. They were clearly bought as laundering, so just freaking give them back. Let the victims take that $900,000 and split. Because again, she had a free life. She would not be here without Tom. She's no offense. Well, offense. Yeah, you're talentless, Erika. Obviously, your career was bought. You whatever. Well, she is. She's talentless. Unless
she's a manufactured artist.
She gets a good enough BJ that she had a free life. Okay, she married for money, a contractual life.
Trish said she was forced to hand over the earrings.
Huh? What happened? What?
Go ahead, Erin. I'm sorry.
Trish in our chat is saying she was forced over the hand over the earrings. Okay.
Well, I know.
Thank you, Trish.
So I
already knew that.
Say that before pre-scandal, she was the opulence was like, she loved flaunting it, right? It's expensive to be me. She would say how expensive, I remember it going viral, how much she spent every month on hair and makeup. I do think when you take that into consideration, there may have been a chance she didn't know that this was dirty money, you know? Because why would you be so obvious about all this money you're spending? And if you think back to when Tom was on the show, there were several times where he would tell her to shut up, several times where he would tell her to stay in her place. So I can see, he's an 80 something odd year old man. And that was the key, back in the day, women didn't get into the men's business and talk about money or talk about, and maybe he was trying to save her too by not telling her.
He literally he left her hanging with the bet. He said, screw this, I'm going to get a conservatorship. The second he realized his money was out, he didn't protect her. He did nothing to protect her. He just spent that freaking money knowing it was running out, whether he was pooping him. Do I think the man got old and he lost his faculties? Probably. That happens when you're 85. You're not going to hear, you're not going to see the same. I don't hear and see the same. Okay, but nobody can convince me that this man was that sick to get. He had a conservatorship. Remember, he's not even well enough to speak on the phone or go answer questions. Apparently, allegedly, right? So they're watching this man go to work every single day. She's watching who is letting this man do this. Who's letting this man drive? Who's letting this man go to court? Who's letting this man answer a phone? He can't even answer a question, and you're letting him answer. And you mean to tell me she didn't think that? Hey, maybe his wife. No, when his ex-wife said he does this in the divorce decree. This man does this. How he thinks it's a joke. He steals from the victims. Erica might have believed that he would always take care of these people. No matter what, he'll pay them back. No matter what, Erica, I'll always handle it. Nobody will ever know. They'll always get their money regardless. I will make sure of it. Nobody can. Maybe they didn't think about. Hey, he might get old and loses whatever. He might be 90 one day. And he might just not be able to continue on with the charade, and they're all going to get caught. He didn't protect her. He did nothing to protect her. He didn't care. And even if she found out 3 years ago, say it. Just say, I had to protect myself.
No, she knew.
We don't know, but the signs are all. So you're mean to tell me that it's more likely than not that she didn't know. It's more likely that she knew than not.
I didn't know anything about my marriage. Literally,
you were not. Your husband was not a lawyer. Your husband wasn't practicing law. Your husband wasn't stealing from victims. People weren't complaining about him. The bar wasn't complaining about him. His ex-wife didn't complain about him. That's right. You cannot compare.
No, you're wrong on.
You cannot compare. Her life is on the line. Her entire future is on the line. Trust me. She knows her finances. She's not going to a man who's that sick. So she's going to trust a man who's that sick with her future. So you mean to tell me when he got that sick, she didn't go?
No, she literally has her hands tied behind her back. Like the woman didn't know anything about her finances.
Well, you're on
Well, I mean, to Krista's point, to your point, there were complaints against Tom Girardi, like dating back like years ago.
Yes.
Complaints that. People complained to the bar they didn't get their money. They didn't
his
get
ex-wife put it in the divorce.
Yeah. So we don't know if we look at his ex-wife.
It was not a secret what he was doing. She just thought that he would always take care. There's nothing wrong with saying, I thought that he would, I really trusted him and thought that he would never hurt. He would always make sure his victims got paid in the end. Maybe so. But literally, just act like you
No, that's admitting she knew. She can't say that.
Now she's allowed to speak to him on the phone. Now she's allowed to talk to him. Now she's not afraid of him.
She said he's not with it, and the phone calls are usually like a minute.
Oh, why wasn't she allowed to talk to him last year?
She said he was calling. She admitted that at the reunion.
No, she got mad. She got so mad because apparently, according to her, she wasn't allowed to have any contact with him.
Yes, while they were separating, she was supposed to have
They were
contact,
still separated.
and that's normal.
What changed? What changed?
That's normal when you're going through the separation
They're
process.
still going through it. What changed? Did they get divorced? Are they divorced?
No, she said it's the last thing on her mind, the divorce.
Yeah.
Well, it was the first thing on her mind 3 years ago. But anyway.
Because it was the coincidence. She divorced on. Remember, it was election day, and it was very obvious that she was trying to. But at this point, everybody knows. But the housewives are choosing to side with her, right?
Yeah.
Believe that she didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
The only ones who don't believe that are Garcelle. It's obvious in the scene where Erika, they're working out. You know that Erika can't stand Garcelle. You can just tell.
Yeah, I was like, why are they even together? I didn't know that was gonna happen.
You can tell it's just production. And she's telling her, I didn't touch the shit. And she's like making this cringy ass face.
She's like lunatic, like losing it. I feel like
I think she is losing it.
Nobody said that you physically touched the money. What we said is he paid your bills with it. He paid your Amex with it.
Yeah,
You said
no, you didn't physically go to the ATM and
you
take out the money.
received stolen property. It doesn't. Yeah. If I receive stolen property, you know what happens? I get arrested and I get in trouble, whether I knew about it or not, and I have to pay it back, whether I knew about it or not. That's what happens.
But I mean, that's her stance, and that's how she maintains her innocence.
But that's like I said. But now, why are you so nasty to Sutton? Because Sutton's not the. Come after me. I'm saying the same thing, Erika. Why are you going after poor Sutton? Because she's the weaker one. She's the weaker one.
That's why. Why do you think everyone went after Teddy? Remember that?
Yes.
Teddy was just an easy target.
Teddy's still there.
Sutton is learning how to stand up for herself and learning that that she needs to, because I'm sure all these ladies look at social media and everybody wanted her to speak up more last year.
Yeah.
Last season, and everybody wanted the same from Garcelle, and it's just cool that we're getting a different energy. And
I was so surprised when Sutton fired back, like when Erika was like, "Shut the fuck up," and then Sutton was like, "Fuck you!" Like, "Whoa, Sutton, go off, girl!"
I love that moment.
I mean, honestly, like if somebody, because I think when she said, "Where's my apology?" I thought Sutton was just half kidding. You're not getting one. I don't like you. Like I thought she was just being like a little half shade. But then Erika's like with the fuck. Who said "F you" first? I don't know. I think Erika, right?
Well, yeah, because she went to shake her hand. Remember, she was like, "Well, the feeling's mutual," and then Sutton went to shake her hand, like, "Well, great," and then she's like, "Oh no, go fuck yourself," and then Sutton's like,
"Go fuck yourself." I was like, "Oh, it's Jersey. It's Jersey."
Yeah, it kind of right, or Atlanta when Sheree and Marlo were like, they were doing that.
Oh my god, I love
they turn into kids almost. It's like a grade school argument. But
Erika, yeah, exactly. That's what it was. Because I was like, are they serious right now? Diana's worried about them talking about being classless, talking about the Elton John thing, but they're sitting there going, "F you, no, F you, no, F you, no, F you." Like,
yeah, okay. Let's talk about the table situation, because there's definitely something going on. I think there was an issue with the charity, that there was some sort of confusion that the table got canceled. Because Sutton, we can see the documents from the tax. She donated over $70,000. So regardless, the table shouldn't have been canceled, right?
Right.
So somehow
well, we don't know if the 70,000 was through the year, and she did buy auction things. We know how expensive those things can go at those fundraisers. That was 77 over the whole thing. They didn't break over the whole year. They didn't break it down for us.
Well, we know at least that she paid for Lisa and Harry's.
Well, the receipt that was shown was at one point she paid for it, but we don't know when she paid for that and if she had actually canceled the payment for that ticket.
If she canceled it, she get it refunded, correct?
No, charities don't refund.
So why would she cancel it then if she's not going to get a refund?
If she had a table, she wouldn't have had to buy individual tickets. That doesn't make sense with that.
So who is saying she canceled it?
Well, the email RINNA has shows that she was told she was canceled. So on RINNA's
RINNA was canceled, not.
No. RINNA never bought a table. RINNA got an email that Sutton's table was canceled.
By Sutton.
Doesn't say by Sutton. The email actually doesn't say.
It says the table was canceled. My thing is, did they freaking clear it up? Because I'm going to be confused forever. Because I don't know how you confuse 5 tickets to 3.
It's still kind of a big confusion, and it's just funny that
how do you forget that you had 3 other tickets? I'm sorry.
I think everybody needs to watch Zach from last night. He did a great job explaining.
Well, maybe. All right. Well, but still, the confusion still is. How is she confused with 5 seats or 3? Sutton. But how did she think that?
No, my confusion with Sutton is how did she think she had a table and then she's buying individual tickets? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't equal. If you buy a table, you have seats. You then don't have to buy individual tickets.
Right.
That's what doesn't.
Jack said she didn't buy a table, but then she says she did. Right.
She said she bought a table.
Yeah,
then
I
she
heard her
showed
say
the
that
seats for
again.
individual seats. Those don't
So
equal up.
could she have
You
bought a
get 10
table?
seats with the table.
Could she have done both? Bought the $70,000 seats and a table? A separate.
That doesn't make sense with that.
It doesn't make sense to have it on two separate.
No.
Why is her Amex at 11,000 and then
that shows that she bought seats? That
Right.
I agree with. But
I just
she's
said
saying
she could have
had
done
a
both.
table. You don't usually do both.
We've
That's
got
She's got two separate receipts then. She's got a
She
$77,000
didn't have
around.
a receipt for the table. She never should show
No.
the table.
There's a receipt for like 11,000 that she in an email. She said, "Here's my Amex something," and then you guys are saying there's a $77,000.
But that's throughout the year. It doesn't divide into this.
So that had nothing to do with the
individual-
party then? Is that something?
It may not have. We don't know.
Well, then why is everybody talking about
Or
it?
it could just be a subset.
Why talking about it then? Why people bring it up then? I want to talk about the actual night and why I don't want to talk about that anymore. Actually, I don't even have to care anymore. I'm fucking over it.
Maybe it's a la carte. Maybe son.
Because
Well,
Lisa
fuck
Rinna
this
will do a
fool,
million
fool,
other
because
things
most-
wrong. Like they said, she'll do a million
Yeah,
other things.
exactly. Lisa's gonna screw up later. Let's let this one.
Yeah,
go
that she'll
fly.
screw up a million more times because her going
Yeah,
in.
I want to hear what Diana has to say because apparently she's so involved in this thing.
Well,
Yeah,
Diana
that's
did.
what I thought. If she's a huge sponsor, why didn't she clarify at the table? But she was very quick to say, "This is really tacky," and then for Sutton to use the word slander, it's like
Yeah.
she must have some reason
That's
to
what I'm
say.
saying.
You have to have
Okay.
some proof, and then we
You
have to
notice she
acknowledge.
backed down fast though. When after she used the word slander, and they're like, "You're gonna sue me," she backed down real fast. First of all, because you're fired from Bravo if you sue another cast member.
Yeah, well then, yeah, that's a big word too.
And
But
she
we have
wants to be a housewife.
We gotta remember the issue started because she was asked a question on Watch What Happens Live
Mhm.
about what she thought about Lisa Rinna coming for Garcelle, about not saying thank you for that stupid fucking sauce that
Mhm.
Harry makes.
Right.
And then she's like, well, what's the big deal? So, Garcelle did say thank you in person.
Right.
She's like, I remember buying tickets for seats for them,
They didn't say.
and they didn't say thank you. So then
Right.
it became, then Lisa Rinna said, well, you didn't get us this IMBD, and it became this back and forth, and now it's a debate about the table, but really it was about a thank you. If someone spent 11 grand, so you and your husband, you can just tell these people are so rich and privileged,
That it doesn't matter.
well, it doesn't matter.
So I have an answer for that one.
Well,
So-
but back up. Apparently, I didn't let you answer a previous question, so I'll let you answer that.
I don't
And
even
then-
know what that was.
Well, now go ahead. I'll let you. I'm sure Trish will remind us.
So, yeah,
But go
Trish, if
ahead.
you want to remind us, but I'll answer this.
Yeah.
So, in Lisa's perspective, she got an email from Harry's manager, who did a wonderful job. She heard that where the tickets that the table she was supposed to be sitting at, Sutton's table, got canceled. So she went and found IBD, or I forget the name of the table.
IMDb.
Thank you, Joe. And she went, and
According to
Lisa had to do an interview to earn her seats. So Lisa did her interview, got her seats for her and Harry.
Mhm.
Now, that's what was taken care of for Lisa. She didn't think that Sutton was involved. Sutton was told a different story, that she had seats, that Harry and Lisa were taken care of. It looks like Sutton thinks that she was involved in taking care of Lisa and Harry's tickets,
So whose
even
seats
though
did
she
she
no
pay
longer
for
was.
then? Well, then
So
whose
for
seats did
Lisa
she
and
pay?
Harry, they don't think they owe her an apology, a thank you, because why would they thank her when their manager got them the seats? And in Sutton's mind, she got them the seats. So it's just a misunderstanding on both of their parts. 'Cause
It
they were
seems
doing
like
two
it,
different
yeah.
things.
Oh,
It
let me
does
ask you a
seem
question.
like
Let me ask you a question. So when they told Lisa that you no longer have seats, you have to find her. Why didn't Lisa then call Sutton and say, "Hey, I thought you paid for my seats. I have to scramble for seats. I thought you paid for my seats."
Because they're not that close.
storyline.
They're not that close, but she spent $11,000 on her.
No, you have to remember, this is before the Housewives, and she's trying to get Sutton on the Housewives.
I asked when Lisa found out that she had to
I
scramble.
know, I'm trying to answer it. Sweet.
Well, yeah, okay.
Okay, I'm not as, you know it for a long time too. So
Okay.
she wasn't that close that she felt comfortable asking about a money issue. As long as she was taken care of, a money issue is a big thing. She doesn't
Wait a minute.
embarrass Sutton.
Somebody paid for tickets for you, and now you don't have them any longer. I
But
would
she
say
has
that's the
them.
money issue.
She
that
knows
you-
right away that she has seats. So why is she going to embarrass Sutton?
Wait, what? Wait, she said she had to scramble for
She
seats
didn't.
because
No, she did not scramble. The manager took care of it almost right away.
so she didn't have to scramble
So
looking
she
for
didn't
seats.
scramble.
Oh,
She had
okay.
to work for it. The manager took care of all this. So in her mind, she's not going to go to Sutton and embarrass Sutton about canceling her tickets. You wouldn't do that.
Why
to a friend.
not?
You're going to be like, it's taken care of, no big deal. We never have to mention it.
I would
Yeah,
be like, come on, exactly. You're
You
not
gotta
gonna
acknowledge that these people.
That is like, come on,
they're-
that's a lot of money that you're not that, but you're gonna, and then you just screwed me over with, and you're not gonna say, hey,
No, Krista.
what?
Lisa has never had to pay for her seats.
Yeah.
In the Elton John, like they're essentially guests, and then people would buy tables, and then they would be guaranteed.
Yeah, so their present is their presence, right? They don't have to do anything.
Yeah, this is you know, it,
Your money,
and it
guys.
contributes to like
They're
the
very
fact
privileged.
that they're out of touch, because when you're rich and you're famous, you don't pay for stuff.
Yeah.
So I can see what Erin's saying, you know, and I can understand that RINNA wouldn't want to ask Sutton. I mean, to us, we're like, what the fuck? You bought me tickets.
That,
I'm
yeah,
not gonna-
you just screwed me over.
Yeah,
That's not being
right.
uncomfortable.
But
Literally,
it's-
you barely
it's
screwed her
tough.
over. Screwed the
But
hammer
that's in
over.
our world. We would. In
But
their
to
world,
rich
they don't want to
people-
embarrass each other because of money.
Embarrass each other. She canceled her seats, apparently, allegedly. I would want to know why. I mean, have
You
a
would
friendly
want to know why, but in that world, in that level of money, they don't want to embarrass each other. You don't want
Okay.
to ruffle feathers. You just want to keep things peaceful.
Okay.
Yeah, I could see, and then it was charity too. So
Okay, well,
thinking, you know, like, but it's still, but
well,
you
some
know
people
that
think
Lisa
didn't happen
RINNA,
anyway, so let's say that didn't even happen. And
yeah, and you know that she was thinking storyline. I mean, come on,
Who, RINNA?
this whole time, RINNA
Oh,
was
I'm
probably
absolutely.
thinking, oh, I'm bringing this up on the, oh, my table's canceled. I'm waiting for this to come up. Why do you think she waited for the birthday dinner? I really think she used the dinner as an opportunity to. We've got to remember that Lisa RINNA is always thinking, you know, one step ahead, and she brings people on the show to then turn
To turn on
have them in the back.
Yeah.
So I'm just waiting on the Diana moment. We'll see. It doesn't seem like Diana is easily manipulated though. So
100%. I don't like Lisa that much for that kind of stuff. I think she's probably a nice person. I see she does a lot of charity work. But on the show, she definitely comes on to stab you in the back. 100%.
So why would you think then she wouldn't ask Sutton about the tickets? About the
Because
money?
there's a money issue that's way different. She has
So
to
that's
have
a, so
money
that's
with
a
other
step.
people
So
either.
she doesn't care about destroying a marriage with her friend Denise. She doesn't
There
care
are
about
different
embarrassing her.
levels of what you're going to say.
Okay. Okay.
we know
I
that.
think
Okay. So she was apparently personally invited by Answer Kelly's thing. Apparently, she's personally invited by Elton John every year. But that year, apparently, when Sutton offered to buy her tickets, she had to say yes or something. I don't know.
Okay, so that was explained as well. So RINNA had tickets before Sutton offered the table, but she couldn't sit with Sutton. And now at this point, Sutton's trying to become a full-time housewife. So she rejects her free tickets and joins Sutton's table, hoping to get pictures taken with Sutton. She's trying to get Sutton on the show at this point. So, but she can't sit with Sutton if she takes the original free tickets. So she says, no, thank you. My friend has it taken care of. She's going to sit with Sutton. She's trying to get Sutton on the show.
But then she ended up then she believes that Sutton canceled her tickets, so that's not getting her on the show.
No, but she doesn't believe that Sutton did this on purpose, which is why Lisa
Oh,
never brought
so
it
now
up.
she does. So she didn't.
No, she
That's
never
why.
believed Sutton did this on purpose. Sutton brought this up. I don't think Lisa was.
Oh,
going
so
to
that's
do
why
it.
she didn't say anything, because she didn't believe she did it on purpose.
No,
that's the difference.
Lisa.
Well, that would
didn't
make a
think this
difference.
was-
Then I wouldn't. If she didn't know she did it on, but she thought she didn't do it on purpose, then I wouldn't say anything to her. That it was a
No,
mistake.
Lisa didn't think this was something because she even sat with Sutton at the event and made sure Sutton got at her table so they could still sit together. Lisa still wanted Sutton on the show after this happened. So it
Mhm.
wasn't like, so Sutton bringing this up was kind of dirty, but
Right.
Lisa didn't bring this
Wasn't
up.
she kind of just backing up Garcelle?
She was
Yeah, but I don't think it was dirty because it was a miscommunication.
Yeah.
I
Right,
think
exactly.
Sutton didn't know that she came on IMDb's dime, you know?
Yeah.
And then she didn't get a thank you. So if I spent 11 grand and didn't get a thank you, I would make sure to
There's-
bring it up.
But she didn't go on
That's a good
IMDb's dime. She went back to her original things, right, or something.
We sat together, but still, she was allowed in on the
Oh,
pretext.
IMDb. Oh, and
interview
then
for
so then at that point, Elton John says you're not allowed back in because you canceled your. Oh, because they had so many people there, right?
Yeah.
It was like overbooked or something.
something like that. But it's like, you know, that I can see Sutton being like, well, I didn't get it, and she's defending her friend.
Right.
That's true. I'll give it. That's true.
Well, that was the whole thing. I'm like, why does she think that she's owed a thank you then if she's not? If it was
So I can see
But
Lisa
she
Rinna.
thought she did get the tickets.
I
That's
can
my
see
whole
Lisa
thing.
being pissed too, like seeing this on national TV. Like, what the fuck? This lady's trying to paint me as, you know, this ungrateful, and it's a charity event. And she's like, wait a minute, no, I see both sides.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
like.
I mean, them going after
I don't think there were any winners or any losers in this situation. This was totally just a misunderstanding.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
Sutton, I can see she was trying to back up Garcelle, who I love, who is probably the best real character we have right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she was trying to back up her friend. So that's
Yeah.
fair. And Lisa was like, hey, I didn't bring this up because you're my friend and you're going to throw me under the bus. Now I'm going to go after you. That's what happened.
Well, like, and then they said they actually did figure this all out, but we just didn't get to see that
Yeah.
part. So we're ducks. So we don't even have to deal with this anymore. It's over with. Thank God. I hope. So no
Yeah,
more.
no.
I
Yeah.
really can't believe we talked about this topic.
Yeah, I know. Like I tried not to, but you know, people wanted to hear the explanation. I wasn't letting.
So,
them.
yeah, the
But
good stuff
you know what's
happened.
funny about that when they started making out, like someone just had to be a little extra. It's just like, you know, I adore you.
I adore
And
you.
I was like,
Oh
you
my
do?
God. Thank
I
God
love
that
that
was there
moment.
to be like, no, that's no.
So what do you guys think about Diana and Asher? Like, so Diana was she was married to a banker guy, right? Like a really rich banker, but then she also was like a model too, right? Is that her backstory, Diana, or no?
Wait, what's she
I don't
name?
know. All I know is she was very close with Jeffrey Epstein, and that makes me uncomfortable.
Oh,
Oh, did not
So-
know that.
did you guys hear? Yeah, Erica. I was going to say Erica is saying her name is Erica Jenkins. I'm like, wait, does she plan on marrying Diana, or does she think that like Diana
That
has
was
a
also kind of cringe. She
Yes.
really wanted to meet Diana. He was like, "Are you gonna introduce me?" Like a stupid voice she does.
She's like a cackle. It's a cackle. Her and
No,
Nancy.
somebody
Can you try the Erica voice again, Mike?
I saw a meme on Twitter. It was, you know, the aliens from Toy Story in the toy thing with the claw.
Oh no.
And she was like slander, and you know how they talk like that.
Yeah.
Slander.
Everybody could be considered slander. I mean, everybody was saying the same thing. Everybody the same questions that Sutton had. It was just like Sutton saying, like, I just want to know, you know, like I'll just ask them. You guys tell me what you want to know, and I'll ask the questions.
I did really like that Garcelle, because things were getting so toxic between Erika and Sutton. She got up and she's like, you know what, I'm leaving. This is just and you know, in support of her friend was like, and then that's when the women were like, wait, you know, because nobody wants to call Erika out for acting like an idiot.
I don't know why.
Because I
why?
think the only one that's not really scared of her is Garcelle.
But why are they afraid of her? That's what I need to know.
Because she's
Garcelle's the most real person on that show.
But like, what does anybody know why everybody's so afraid of Erica? Does anybody know?
She is kind of a bully with her words.
Like intimidating people.
When you
She's like
intimidate
intimidated by
someone
her.
like that, it's like, you know, I used to have a bully in second grade that was like that all the time. And
Yeah.
one day I called him an expletive in second grade, and we both got sent to the office. And when I looked to the side, he was sitting in front of the principal, and he was bawling, crying, and I wasn't. And I was like, is this all it takes, you know? And it's kind of like that. Like, she's the big bully. No one wants to stand up to her. But when Garcelle turned around the table and was like, she kind of pushed her shoulder back and was like, you need to relax, you know?
Yeah,
and Eric was like, shut up. And she's like, no, you shut up. You're the one to shut up. But it's like an ounce of, you know, it's like joking, but like, yeah, really.
I kind of was like, yeah, like really shut the fuck up. But like, you can, I was like, I hope they're kidding right now. And they're just going to be like, all right, let's just like agree to disagree and let's hug it out. Because I feel like they're going after Sutton like they did to, they're going after Sutton like they did to Denise. And it's not fair. I feel like they're ganging up on her.
The Denise situation, I think, was so messed up because you not only did you out someone for being bisexual, which is on national TV. Well, really, that was Brandy Glanville's fault. Yep. Brandy is messy and has a big
Nobody thought about that, Mike. You're right. Nobody thought about that.
And when I was also in high school, I was dating a girl for 2 years, and I'm not proud of it. You know, I had to go through the phase of like coming out and stuff.
Everybody has a journey. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
it ended
you're
up
gay?
ending terribly, and I was outed. And it wasn't the nicest way to. I wish I could have had control over that situation. And so I empathize with Denise. And then not only that, but she's married with children.
Yep.
And
And then
not
Lisa's
nobody.
like,
Yeah, and Lisa's her friend and kind of put her, to the cross. And that
I
was pretty
mean,
tragic. The whole bravo, bravo, bravo moment, that was like real emotion. She was like, wait a minute, my
yes.
family.
Yeah.
That was kind of gut wrenching. But anyways, we'll talk about
No, I
No,
mean,
that I totally actually agree with. Mike and I are on the same page on that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just it at one point they could have just dropped it. It didn't have to go as far as it did.
I think
And
they wanted
that's
to.
where Kyle lost me. That's where Teddy lost me.
They
That's
could
kind
have
of where Rinna
spoke
lost
up
me.
and they were like, own it, own it. No, she doesn't need to own that.
No.
She needs to. That's her prerogative. Okay. No one else at that table knows what that's like. So mind your business. I mean,
And then that comment about, well, your children, I'm sure your children have done that by now, or they've seen worse, or something like that. It doesn't matter who your parents are. To them, that is her mother and her father. Whether they hear it on the internet, they don't need to hear that stuff from your group of friends. You know, it doesn't matter if her children know these things about them, or Charlie, whatever.
it's
But
like
Rinna tried to justify it by saying, I was helping you out, making you accountable, making you own something.
yeah. There
That-
are so
I
many
didn't like-
rumors about Harry.
That's when Lisa was like went way too far for me, and she's never really come back.
That's what I mean. Like, there's nothing redeemable at this point about her, and now she's starting to do this to Sutton, and it looks like she turns on Erika because that's her last card to play. I truly believe because she's so thirsty, her last card is to now turn on Erika because what else does she have left?
Yeah,
She's
she
gonna
has
go-
she has no real storyline. Her daughters every year they move to New York. It seems like
They don't want to be around her. They
Harry
want
doesn't want anything to do with her. It seems like he doesn't even. She's like dance like a crazy woman, and he's like not paying attention to her. And there's all
like, give
these
me my
rumors.
fire hose.
Yeah, it's like, wait, what is she? I think she's just, we have to remember Lisa Rinna is a hustler and she's a moneymaker. And she will do anything, including wearing a diaper,
Yeah,
to make that money.
commercials. Yeah,
I kind of admire that to a point. And, so it'll be interesting to see how the season, unfolds. I'm very interested to see how the whole Erika and Rinna's relationship changes after the whole drug.
Right.
You can tell that Erika is, under the influence when she shows up at dinner almost. When she holds on to Harry and she's like, and then she suggests they have a threesome and it kind of gets awkward.
Oh, yes.
Like,
She's
and-
never acted like that before. She's very flippant. Like, yes, she was married, but she's very flippant. She's very like her coldness shines through and her evilness shines through. Yes, she's under a lot of stress, and we get that. But like, it would have made it a lot easier on her if she was just not as cold as she is, and the things she says now, whether they're true or not, whether there's proof out there of this or she didn't. Whatever this is that she says,
Yeah.
Whatever in her brain she believes, whatever. Like I said, at this point, it's our choice, whether a personal choice to believe her or not. We're never gonna, unless nobody's ever gonna know what was in her brain and her and Tom's conversations. Nobody's ever gonna know whether she truly knew. That's up to us, like literally for us to decide whether we want to continue and keep,
Yeah, that's a whole.
supporting her. I don't, but at this point, I
I
hope
don't either.
like
Yeah, well, I don't think. I think we'll just have a moment between Lisa and Erika. I don't really think they're fighting. I mean, even Erika admitted on Watch What Happens Live that like she was mixing her anxiety meds with drinks. So
But
like
with anxiety meds, though, does she mean Lexapro?
Lexapro. It's
That's
Lexapro.
Okay, so it wasn't like a Xanax that's like a stimulant, and you drink on it. Like, I don't know. Like, I know that's bad, but I didn't know what she was taking. It was Lexapro, because I mean, will that? I don't know. I guess will that maybe.
I have no idea, but I think Lisa was just trying to be a concerned friend. My girl, like you're doing a little too much right now. Like
The problem is, though, a real concerned friend wouldn't bring that up on TV on a show. It's
Oh,
like
but she's
it's
Rinna.
nice how the
she'll bring
whole
everything
fucking
up.
Marge thing. It's like,
Yeah.
don't bring it up. Don't bring it. Okay, if you're my friend, do what I say. don't put this on the show. I don't want this on the show. So
Exactly.
Rinna's whole concept of maybe it's too hard to avoid. Maybe Erika ends up really falling off the wagon, and it's on. And
Maybe, yeah.
in an attempt to protect her, brings it up because
Yeah.
anything on camera, producers are going to use it and they're going to edit it however they want to. You have no choice. Just like Melissa Gorga, they didn't even use her daughter Antonia's party at all.
Wow, yeah, you're right.
Filmed it and they didn't even use it. So it could be that, you know.
And we know now, like, producers are not your friends. They're not.
Yeah.
Producers are producers, and they're messy, and that's their job.
Yeah,
What do you think, Erin? What do you think the trajectory of the Erin, like their trajectory of that 3?
Now I do wonder, like, if Rinna was coming from a good spot and just wanted Eric to be accountable, because like we've learned on other franchises, we just saw on Jersey how Jackie said that the fact that her eating disorder is so public does make her accountable in her real life. Maybe she was seeing even more than we are going to see.
Yeah,
And
or
she
maybe Rinna.
was coming from a good spot. I like to give the benefit of the doubt. I don't always like Lisa and her motives on the show, but we don't see everything she's seeing. So, and this can be a big problem for people.
Yeah, and maybe Rinna's starting to see that Erica went way too far.
Yeah.
Like maybe like she's starting to put everything together now, and maybe she's starting to see the light as well, and say, "Oh wait, Erica, like maybe something's not right. Like whatever happened, cool, but like now you're like your life's in danger. Like you're really like doing things that are like crazy and
yeah, that's.
Who knows?
Yeah, we don't know what she's seen. So,
But I mean, Rinna was also Denise's friend for a really long time, and she didn't care about her and what would happen to her in her life. So why would she care all of a sudden about what happens to Erica in her life?
that's true. I felt bad for Denise. I didn't really watch most of that season.
It devastated me because I loved it. I'm a Denise
Too much.
fan.
I was like,
It
really?
Rinna
It
knows
devastated.
that she benefits from her friendship with Erika Jane. It's kind of like they're the dynamic duo now. It's kind of a branding thing. So she's going to look out for her more than Denise because she didn't have that camaraderie with Denise. It's kind of like Garcelle and Sutton. Now they're like a duo, right? Now we're going to expect them to stand up for each other every time. So they're kind of the villain duo, if you want to say that.
What do you
Who
guys
else,
think
like,
about Kyle?
after what? Oh, Kyle?
Yeah, what is your opinion on Kyle? Like, we'll just go down like.
I used to love her, but now it's just a couple seasons ago it became apparent that she was like trying to play producer too hard. Especially like last season when she was trying to force Sutton and Erika to have conversations, and it's like it's becoming too obvious that you're like, let's have people fight at dinner. You have to be a little less obvious about that kind of thing. And she's her tagline's about being real.
Do
But
you think?
it's like she's not really giving that. And every year I feel like her face changes too. I mean, that's not no shade, but it's like, how's that going to be your tagline? And it's like, you got a new nose or new this, new something. Your jawline now is like out to here.
It does look strange.
It's like,
Joe, what do you think Kyle's trajectory? What do you think do you think that she cares more about the show, or what do you think about Kyle? Your final, like not final, but like what do you think of her?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, like do you think she's like?
I think that the show is starting to affect her family too much, because recently in the interview that she did, she was like, it just seems, and even on the show, she seems a little more disconnected than she did in previous years. Like she kind of just sits there at these dinners and makes this face every time someone says something. But before, Kyle was in the mix.
Yeah. You think she's starting to realize like that the show is affecting her family and her life way too, like she's like, because for her to turn on Sutton and say that she should have protected Erika more and not Sutton, who got her life threatened that night, like what is it like?
It's like backwards, and she's very loyal to Dorit, whatever. But it could also be there's a lot of rumors about Mauricio online.
Really?
People seeing him in hotels with other women and things like yes. So, oh yeah.
No.
I've read a lot of things, and of course it's all online. But that she goes through his phone, she says that. She said it in interviews. She goes through his phone. So there's already a trust thing there.
Oh.
she probably wants to get off the show before that really and I could see Lisa Rinna being the one to bring it to the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Lisa, also there are rumors about Harry and his boyfriend in Canada.
Yeah.
He goes to Canada all the time, and then he just stays up there forever. And that's when Kim Richards, when she was like, "Let's talk about the husband," that's what everybody thinks she was talking about.
Well, he also used to own a brothel too. I don't know if she wanted that out either. They used to own a brothel back in the day. I don't know, something like shit, but I don't know why.
I'm being really messy, so all that allegedly, it's all
This
rumors.
is all allegedly. These are all our personal opinions.
But that's crazy that I did that. But online, yeah. But
yeah, and I've read that they have some type of secret agreement that he just cannot get caught.
hey, I think all of Hollywood that has a contractual marriage should have that, because I feel like when they get caught, that's like, now you've embarrassed me. Now I have to play the victim wife. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
again,
which is
it's all
fine.
really-
I don't care. You can screw whoever you want. I don't care if you married contractually. I don't give a crap.
Wait,
If you involve other people and hurt other people, that's when we get,
Yeah.
so
but
like
then-
there was that like tweet out there saying like, hey, there's like a West Coast housewife that was screwing somebody else's husband.
yeah,
So,
I did.
If we're
read
talking
that.
about Beverly Hills, and let's say the guy's Mauricio, who's the cheating woman?
Brandy Glanville, no, just kidding.
Erin, what do you think?
Camille.
It can't be Erika, can it?
Well, who else
could
is
be.
married? Who else is married? Dorit. It's Dorit and PK, right?
I hope not. I really actually I like DK so much more than I like Dorit.
Yeah, me too.
So
Wasn't it Dana Dana Wilkie? She had a story about PK cheating with Diana, right? Was it Diana?
it was I don't really watch her much because I don't like that she uses Snapchat. And
It's hard to watch. Yeah, it was something.
But,
about, I don't know if the chat remembers this, but it was. I don't think it's true, but it was an accusation of PK cheating with. I thought it was one of the newbies, and Diana's the only newbie I heard of. But I don't know. I don't even know.
I didn't hear anything about PK cheating.
Well, that was Dana. It was a story that Dana had on her thing.
I will say though,
That
after
was the whole
dinner,
fight. That was the whole argument.
Maybe Dana likes to joke on her channel, so maybe she
No, him and her and PK had a whole war about it. That's what started that whole war. What he was saying, really bad, nasty things about her and calling her nasty
I
names.
mean, that's what she wants to, though. I think she wants to instigate. Something.
Yeah, I mean that Dana, that's her job. She's a podcaster. She's a tea spiller, but she wants.
Yeah.
She does get into the. Hey, like she's just voicing her opinion. Like, and I kind of agree with some of her stuff, but then she should expect a certain amount of backlash. But PK went after her really viciously too, in defense of. But so that's a whole other thing. But you know. But I feel like so we had this was his 70th birthday.
Oh,
What?
so Gabriella was saying that she heard they're in a polyamorous relationship allegedly with other guys and Lisa.
Oh, well, that would make sense. I could see that. I mean, like a lot of couples can. Listen. So were Bronwyn and Sean. They did the same stuff. So it wouldn't be like.
My thing is like, just at this point in today's, you can be open about that.
Exactly, and if that's true.
You know, yeah, we get it. You're in Hollywood. We probably never see your fucking husband, or you're never around. You're always working. Just be open about it. But again, you know, it's like
I went to
they're just to do that. So
yeah, I mean,
I
Well,
don't think
after
people are as
dinner,
judgy as they used to be.
yeah, that's true.
yeah,
After the dinner, it was a
it's
complete
actually-
snooze fest, right?
I think people would
Yeah.
get more offensive when they just keep it a secret. I think people are more like, why are you hiding it at this point? But and, you want people to own it, RINNA.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
need
can't
somebody
even-
to call her out. I do.
Yeah.
I love what Norma's saying. Norma's like, I can't see Diana with PK. I mean, have you seen her
That's what I was-
boyfriend?
Yes, I have seen the boyfriend, and I
Oh
have
yes,
also
yes.
I've
Well,
also
it's
seen her son.
another supposed
Yes.
rumor is that PK is like hung like a racehorse.
What?
Oh,
Oh no, I don't even want to think about the visual. Well,
I
I
need
mean,
receipts, Mike. I need receipts.
all right,
I don't
yeah,
have
I
them.
give you
I do
receipts.
not
I'm
have
sure he'll be if he's hung like that. I'm sure he'll give receipts gladly. But so Diana, like, look at, like, seriously, like, it's another Dr. Jen thing where, like, she's not got the money, she saw the hot guy, she's like, I don't care, just, you're a hot guy, you're great. He's obviously really cool, and, like, he's got this, like, I don't know what it's called, charisma, I guess, something. He was really cool walking into the party. Yeah, he's like, here's your gift, man. Here's your gift.
Oh, yeah, I did like
Dasher.
Yeah, Dasher, right? I don't really like Diana. I didn't. That wasn't a good first impression for me. I just, yeah, I'm not really about the opulence and like wearing all this jewelry and stuff like that. It doesn't impress me, and I don't like that Kyle every time she sees a freaking Cartier necklace or a ring, she like has an orgasm. It's like, fucking really, you're rich too. Why don't you buy your own?
No, Kyle doesn't need
more money.
For money. She has both. What do you need it for? You have love. You have money.
Okay. We get it. It's Housewives of Beverly Hills. Of course she's gonna have all this, you know.
Did you like how Bravo had to specify that it was a Cartier Panther ring and how much it was? Because that's what Erika had. Remember Erika's Panther ring from Cartier? And Bravo's like, yes, Diana's Panther Cartier ring. This much.
Yeah.
I was like, you're dripping in it. Let me see it. And like Erika's probably like, oh.
I was like, okay, I can do without that. I'm kidding.
Yeah,
you really have a really young hot husband. I'm already hating on that. Fucking keep the jewelry to yourself, okay? And do we really believe she had that baby? And she's 47. That's pretty crazy.
She's 48.
I do only. I don't know. I mean, I'm 45, and I could probably still have a baby. Honestly,
there's a lot of people with that much money do the surrogacy. And
yeah, they do. But I think like Kyle's like she had it too. She birthed it too, or something.
And she was talking about the baby weight too.
Yeah, she did. You're right.
Yeah, she's talking about the baby weight and losing the baby weight. And you saw pictures of her before it, so I do think.
Okay. Yeah.
Do we know if he's like well, I mean, see, I'm kind of like nervous to like her because I really liked Noella the first time we met Noella. And that really turned on me really fast. Like, well, I feel like my opinion.
I still like Diana. She definitely overcompensates for, her really like humble beginnings, like back in the day. I live for it. I live for a little tacky bling in there, with your Panther Cartier rings. Yes, girl.
She does a lot of charity work. That's good. Like, she doesn't just keep all the money to herself. That's good.
Yeah. So, she's friends with Elton John and stuff. So,
like, I'm fine with my little $80,000 house. I think it actually was like way less than that. I'm good. Like, I bet you people live off a lot less than housewives' money. So Erika, I'm sorry, I don't feel bad for her that she might have to give up some diamonds and some money that she got for free for her. Like, people live off a lot less than what she lives off, which she's like a lot less than what she. I don't
understand how people.
She makes her own money, guys. Come on.
Yeah,
she's not losing much.
How could you feel bad for her? Get it?
No, you can't. And the victims are like, oh, here we go. Now Mikey's back. Like, now I got Mikey back. He's $40,000 a month. So, it's just really disappointing that Bravo keeps paying her more. Look, that's even like if they were paying her more money, and if she has owed this money, maybe they'll sanction her, or they'll like do some kind of thing where like whatever it's called, take her money when you have to pay. I don't know what's it called. Take her money. I don't know. Make her pay it back. Take it out of her paycheck. I don't know. She has to make something to pay people back. But I just feel like $900,000 and being on our TV and showing it off to the victims and re-victimize them.
Yeah, and if I was the victims watching this entire time, I would be so fucking pissed.
It would make me nauseous. It makes me nauseous thinking about it. The poor guy never got a dime, and he's got 90% of his body's burned. And here she is looking at like all the money. Whether she didn't even know, but she still has the diamonds. She's still wearing it. She's still spending money. She's now making her own money and like okay, garnish her wages. I mean,
thank you, Trish.
Take $100,000 of your $900,000 salary and give it back to the victims. Something I don't know. Whatever. Does she really have to be made in court to do it? No. Like.
Yeah, and they do say that money changes you, right? Money, you turn into a different person. So.
I think new money changes you. When you come from old money like Sutton, it doesn't change you. I think new money changes you.
Well, I mean,
Sutton has her money because of her marriage. She's not old money.
They built.
Because she's from down south. She came from nothing. She said.
I think that is a good, when you come.
Maybe she just has class. Yeah.
the value of a dollar. But if you're born into it, it can be hard unless your parents really teach you
Yeah, and
what
I
the value
think
of a dollar is. Because like my family, we're middle class, and my younger sibling, I have a 9-year-old sister, and my parents are like lazy parents at this point because they've raised. I'm the oldest of 8 kids, and
Wow. Did you
yeah,
say 8?
yeah, 8 kids, and
Wow,
now
your parents are hardworking.
yeah, and the youngest ones, they're so spoiled, and it's like they're not really teaching them, you know, what the value of a dollar is. So they make comments here and there, and we're just middle class.
yeah.
We're not even upper class, and sometimes I have to tell them, hey, like I try to be the one to like humble them a little bit, but I can only imagine what being born into millions is like. There's
Yeah.
no
I mean,
concept of reality. But I do want to say that because I do have to get back to work in a little bit. But
yeah.
yeah, this episode was a 7 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, ratings.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm premature with that, but I need to get off here in a little bit. I did like that we finally are seeing Sutton finding her voice with encouragement from Garcelle. Whether you want to say that the table was paid for or not, it was nice to see her kind of. You could tell she was kind of shaken in doing it.
Yeah.
It was almost like tearful, and almost didn't
I
want to.
felt bad for her crying.
I was like, I didn't like that she was like hugging RINNA and stuff, but I can see her trying to keep things copacetic. She is a southern, that southern hospitality. Let's be friends, let's forgive and forget. But I love that Garcelle came in like a wrecking ball and was like, you don't like her?
I know.
Because I'm totally that person.
Yeah.
And I've had that in my friend group, and there's one person I don't like. Everybody knows that I don't like them. And,
Really?
yeah, completely.
Yeah.
Or vice versa, because I find that people either like me or they don't like me because I can be very forward, and that's a lot for people. But to me, it's like, hey, I'm not going to change who I am. I'm not going to fabricate this person just to appease you. It's just, it is what it is. So I did like that moment too. I did like, despite my feelings, I think Diana's her kind of tainted for me because she's Rinna's friend.
Oh, okay.
So
now I kind of understand.
Yeah.
I'm like judgy because she's Rinna's friend. So I'm like, it's like Jackie on, Jersey. She's banding with, Mars and Melissa. I can't stand her. Automatically don't like her. So
We never agree, but I still love you, Mike.
I know. But it's similar to that. So maybe I do also like a good villain. Like if anybody watches Selling Sunset, for some reason I love Christine. And I can't stand any of the other people, but I love Christine because she just owns it and she doesn't seem fake. Maybe that's what it is.
That's what it is.
When you're a villain and you seem fake, it reads that way. But if you just tell it like it is and people are being sensitive, then you're the villain. It's different,
Well, like to be the villain, you got to tell people the truth, and you got to be like honest, and you got to tell your friend. Like to me, like you tell your friends the truth. That's being a real friend. You don't just
I hate Christine. It was.
I
know. I knew this was. I knew
that she was gonna comment. I was waiting for it. I was watching.
It was pretty nice to see like Christine and Erika next to each other, and just if you remember, it's like think back to when she was on Watch What Happens Live before, and she was just like glammed, from head to toe, like she just looked like money, right? And now she's like wearing these like basically pajamas. I mean, granted, that outfit is much more expensive than anything I own, but next to Christine, who actually is married to a billionaire, he is a billionaire.
Oh, he is.
Yes, he is. And she's just like, it's what Erika wants to look like, right? She wants to emulate. That's why she's so excited about Diana, right? That's what she wants to emulate.
I know. I noticed that. Like
you can't be so hung up on that kind of thing because it changes the person you are. And then I think she's suffering the consequences because, she doesn't show empathy. The only time she was ever emotional is remember when Eileen said about her son or something like that?
Oh, yeah.
And she fucking flipped out at the table and was about to flip the table like Teresa Giudice.
I know.
That's what I mean. She's only been emotional that one time about her son. She never showed emotion before, so we have to stop expecting it out of her now. Like,
Yeah, and by the way, did you guys see Megan McCain did an article and said that she's very close friends with Erika Jane,
Yeah.
and
Somehow
that
that makes sense.
No, and she
yeah,
mentioned it too on Watch What Happens Live.
and that
oh,
she knew about the drama with Tom long before the press did
because Erica told her.
because Erika told her.
So Erica knew.
So,
That's, I mean, listen, like, ugh, I don't know.
but
I liked Erica. See, my whole thing, my problem is I liked Erica for so long. So I think it's like I get so angry because I did like her, and I just couldn't find any nothing that makes me believe that she had any, like, I just don't believe her. That's all. I just don't, and I just can't find any reason for me to, like, any reason to think otherwise out of her. Like, I'm not looking for her to get, and I know she's not empathetic. I just know she's not that kind of person. But there's things that just don't make sense to me. But
okay, guys, I do have to jump off.
Okay.
Thank you, Mike, for coming.
Thank you, Mike. Say thank you, everybody, Mike.
This was super fun.
Thank you, Mike, for calling. Anytime you want to come back, I'll let you know. Just let me know.
Yeah, this was
Friday.
cool. This was nice. Very fun. And
Sorry I took you away from work.
No, it's all right. I plan around it, but I do have something at 11:30, so I got to get ready for that. But this was
I'm
fun.
sorry we never agree, but I still love you, Mike.
Yeah, likewise. It's cool to like exchange opinions and not take it personal, right?
Yeah.
That's what we said. We respectfully disagree. That's all. We're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. If only we could do that about religion and politics, right?
Never.
Oh, Lord, yes.
Never.
Okay,
You're
guys.
awesome, Mike. We just love you.
All right. Love you guys too. See you later.
Mike.
Oh, he's so cool. I love Mike.
I know. So what do you guys? So what do you guys think? Tell me what you think. Final thoughts. Best part of the episode rating, Joe and Erin, and what do you think we're getting out of Diana? Is she going up against Sutton, or what's going on? What do we think?
I'm gonna go with how long I think Asher is and say 7.
And say what?
7.
Do you think that we're going to have another season? Do you think after this we're going to get RINNA, Erika back?
Oh, so this is supposed to be their final season in their contract, right? So I don't think they're going anywhere.
No.
I think they're gonna be back next season. Yep.
What do you think, Erin?
I'm not sure. I think Renna's working on coming back. I think that's why she's putting
All the stuff.
stuff out. I think that's why we're going to see a little bit of a dig at Erika because she wants to make that money. She's a hard worker. Joe, I have a question I've been dying to ask you.
Yeah.
Do you want to see Asher without the beard?
I can do both, although beards feel nice.
Thank you. I just wanted to know.
I just hope that, like, I don't expect anything to change with Erika, so I'm just literally going to work on getting over it. And just, like, not engaging and not even, like, we're going to have to talk about her. RINNA, I'm surprised I stayed as calm as I did, but I guess that's a good thing. But I don't know what to say.
I know that you don't like RINNA and Erika, but let's just say they're not coming back next season.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the Beverly Housewives is going to look like? Is it going to do well? Are we going to complain because there's not enough drama? Like,
No, we're going to get better housewives. We're going to get different housewives. We're going to get
and that's what we thought about OC.
right.
How that turned out.
I'm good without them too, but like I definitely agree we were going to need like some strong character ourselves, maybe some friends of hers, or maybe like bring Denise back when RINNA leaves, have Garcelle, Sutton, maybe bring, if Kyle's staying, we don't know if she is. I don't mind having her sister. I don't mind having Kathy. Kathy's a strong character, I think. But I guess we'll see. I know a lot of stuff happened, but
yeah, we shall see. I just have a feeling that RINNA is that type of hustler that she's not gonna let
let this go easy.
Slip ups in like as kind of impede her from getting renewed.
I wonder what she would do.
Probably bring Erika with her too because they're not tight.
I mean, they are friends after. I think they are friends again on social media, right? I think they are.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So they didn't really stop being friends. But
no, I think it was just a moment.
Yeah, but I guess that's all. Anybody else? Anything else?
Hey, Erin, what do you
Yeah.
think about Diana's son Ennis?
Her son. Oh my god, he's cute. Did we see the
Right?
son? He's adorable.
Yes.
I mean, she makes good kids because I mean, her daughter was pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, she makes good kids because she's beautiful. I was not with Mike on Diana. I was like, I kind of didn't dislike her this episode. I like that she was friends with Renna and she called out Renna at that thing. She was like, "You all being this."
Yeah, this just tacky, y'all. Tacky.
Yeah,
It kind of was, I guess.
I
Yeah.
actually liked her because I was like, she's not afraid to go after her own friend. I mean, that's going to be a good housewife.
Well, it's like it's the right thing to do. I mean, if you're really somebody's friend, you don't let them act stupid. You kind of just like,
100%.
you know. But but then again, they're saying F you. Then after that, it was all downhill after that anyway, because the F you started flying. I mean, that couldn't have been very classy looking either. But at least it was like a dinner. But I mean, I like these women. Like you said, they're on camera. They're used to this. They don't really care about the cameras being there anymore. But I think with Erika and Lisa, it's getting dangerous, and people are going to start really getting annoyed because the victims are still there. We're still going to have. They're not going anywhere. Let's not forget about the victims. They're still there. This is still happening. They're still suffering. They're still not getting their money. Tom's can't give them anything. So she's the only hope they have, and like maybe holding other people accountable. Who knows? But so, if anything, the best we can have if she's going to stay is that maybe she uses the money to pay some back. I don't know.
I mean, it doesn't look like Andy dislikes Erica. So, at least from his standpoint, it doesn't look like. I mean, why are people saying I'm the one with the mic issues? I have a feeling that it's Krista having mic issues.
Oh, why? There's mic issues?
Let me put on pause and see.
Wait, hold on. Maybe it is mine. Hold on. It might be my fan. Hold on. It's not, nobody. I didn't even know that. That was the issue. That was the issue, wasn't it?
Yes, that was the issue.
Well, how come there isn't anything?
They've been saying it throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, Norma
I
and Trish are throwing me under the bus, saying that I'm too close to the mic. Like, girl, I have no mic.
Why didn't you guys say anything? Obviously, I didn't.
They were saying stuff.
No, I didn't say it. No, I didn't say it. That's why I didn't say anything.
I tried
That's
to
why
say
I kept
it during
hitting
the
mute
live.
on mine in case it was me.
Oh my god, I didn't know that. That's just literally like, yeah, it was the fan. No, I was reading. I guess I didn't read the whole chat, but I didn't realize that you guys were trying to figure out what that was.
That's why I kept hitting.
Is that why you were looking at me weird? Is that why you're looking at me?
So Norma, it wasn't me. It was Krista and whatever it was that she shut off or she.
I had no idea you were having this conversation in the thing. I didn't.
We were. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm like, that's why I turned
off. You guys didn't notice I didn't say anything. Like, you guys didn't realize I didn't notice because I didn't say anything.
I just thought you knew it wasn't you, so I turned off.
Oh, right. No, I'm sorry, Norma. It wasn't Norma. It was Shan in the van that threw me under the bus. Like, back away.
Yeah, it was Shan.
I'm so sorry. Obviously, I didn't realize that the fan was making that noise. I didn't even. Yeah.
Sorry, Norma.
We love you, Norma. We love you, Trish. We love
I do
you,
look at
Kelly
the
and
feed,
Terry.
by the way. I do look at the feed, but I also have 3 other feeds going on at the same time.
It's so nice. We had so many of our friends come.
Yeah.
Oh,
thanks, guys.
And Echo was there.
Yeah, everybody was there, and everybody's still there.
Was there anything else that happened?
Yeah, I have like I have the whole chat
outside of the table fight. Yeah, I can't remember. Oh yeah, I mean when they, when the Diana and like Asher and it's like all in that one house talking. Oh, that was so cute. I'd want to be a sandwich in there.
You want to be a what?
What?
A sandwich? You say you want to be a sandwich?
Yeah, I want to be in the middle of an Ennis and Asher sandwich.
Oh my god, that would be so cute. Do you want Zach in there somehow, anywhere in there?
Oh my god.
Joe?
What?
Is Zach in there anywhere? Is Zach like the mustard or the mayonnaise in the sandwich anywhere?
I mean, hey, the more the merrier. Well, I don't know. The more the merrier. Like, I think I could only do like 2 at a time. That's my max. That's my max for now.
Your max? Okay. Well,
we'll
discuss. You have to go on his hashtag adulting podcast Zach. It's really fun.
Wait, what?
He has another podcast called hashtag Adulting on YouTube. Check it out. Check it out. It's really good. It's
So you need to drop a link of this on your Twitter so we can find it.
I don't know. He might. I know it's active, but it's kind of like very racy, so I don't want to.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah.
no, just.
I can ask him first. I'll send it to you. Yeah. I mean, it's not hard to find. I don't think, but I don't know. Like I don't know because it talks about sex, so I don't know.
Yes, Trish.
Plus, the YouTube might mess me up on my algorithm if I attach this thing on. I don't know. But yeah, it's not hard to find. I don't know if he's doing it at the moment, but he does take some time out sometimes and he does it. It's really cool. He brings up a lot of subjects actually. But yeah.
No, so Gabriella was asking if her son is the same age as Asher. No, Asher is 33, Ines is 22, so more than legal.
More than
Yeah,
Asher.
They have a 15-year age gap, she said.
I thought Asher was 23, but he's 33, right?
Huh?
Asher is 33, not 23, right?
33.
Yeah, he's 33.
Yeah. And Diana's what, 50 something?
No, 48.
48.
15-year age gap.
Oh, that's not that bad. 15 years?
Yeah.
That's not that bad. But anyway. So, all right, guys. Anybody have any last thoughts?
All right. So our comment this week for the replay crew is, whose side were you on? We're still kind of we're actually doing Garcelle versus the makeup this week. So were you on Garcelle's side or were you on the makeup side? And let us know in the.
I like that.
We want to
Wait,
know
with the
below
makeup?
and we will check.
I'm so confused. What?
Garcelle called out Sutton and RINNA for making up.
Oh,
Are you on the makeup side
not
or are you on
makeup. I'm
Garcelle's
like,
side?
oh yeah, Garcelle for sure.
And and I want to know if you guys are on the side of the bees or are we on the side of not the bees. I'm just saying. No, I'm just kidding. The bees had the poor bees. Justice for the bee, but
She would not let go of the bees.
I know I love the bees. I didn't realize there was another bee situation in the public eye. I had no idea there's a whole other bee situation going on. Pocketbooks with the bees. I don't know, something but Amber with a pocketbook with a bee on it or something. I don't know.
Okay, so
I know
chat already.
I
We're
do-
going
I
with
do have
Garcelle
an
so far.
Instagram.
Yeah, I like Garcelle too. Yeah, I'm with Garcelle on that one.
Yeah,
So
no,
she's like, wait.
I think Garcelle is the best thing that happened to Beverly Hills.
100%.
Absolutely. I think Garcelle is going to be like our MVP. She's going to kind of jump and be like, all right, guys, this is not cool. Chill. This is not going to happen here. Plus, she's you ever hear of a show called The Real? She's kind of like a big
Which is so sad. It's canceled.
Oh,
I'm so upset. I couldn't believe it
Oh
got
my
canceled. They're so good. I could
didn't
not
know
believe
that.
they got canceled.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I enjoy it because, the View is all about politics and just they just argue a lot, which kind of annoys me. But in The View, there's there's a diverse representation. You have different kinds of Black women, Asian, Latina.
Yeah.
It was great. And then they talk about actual personal dynamics and some tea. So I don't know. I just feel like if Fox doesn't want them anymore, I feel like they should be put on a different network.
Yeah, I'm hoping somebody picks them up because that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were so good. I didn't know
No, that is crazy. Yeah, that is. I didn't know that was canceled. I didn't know it was canceled. That's really sad.
Yeah, this is the last season of them. They're so
No,
good. too.
Garcelle, damn it.
This is our time.
Garcelle's gonna find something. Garcelle is amazing.
Do you see why I had the fan on? I'm drenched. This is so hot. I had no idea it was this hot. I literally have to turn my air on when I get off of here. Holy crap, it's really hot in my house.
Yeah, but we can hear a lot better.
Well, really, just freaking, obviously. Oh my God, I can't believe I didn't realize that. I had no idea. I'm watching.
Yeah, I'm turning off my camera going, there has to be something that's making the noise.
I wish you, well, I mean, I
Joe
didn't
kept hitting
realize
the
I didn't know. Yeah, don't touch the wings. Oh, I was so sad when she said that. I was like, no, don't grab the wings. Oh, poor bee. No wonder she wasn't afraid of him no more. I couldn't do anything. Poor guy. Oh, now I gotta go look and say hi to my bees. All right. Well,
This was a great recap, y'all. And see, it wasn't as extra as last time.
no, it wasn't. It wasn't that good. It almost got there, but not for that reason. But
Yeah.
Thank you for having us, Krista.
yeah, thank you guys for joining me. Appreciate everybody in Twitter. I'm watching everything at once. This is actually cool to see. I didn't realize I could see it there too. That kind of just is really distracting. But having it over here, watching the chat with both is really actually. I didn't realize I could do that. But yeah. So what else is going? It's Friday. We don't have a trial. Oh, I'm so upset, man. Thank you, Norma. I agree. Happy Friday, everybody. We have this trial next week. We're trying not to be like going on when the trial is like going on, but
Objection, hearsay.
I know. Oh my God, I was arguing with my sister. I was like, "It's the answer." Like, you're not answering the question. Answer the question. And I was like screaming it. And I'm like screaming at George. I'm like, objection, objection. He's like, how much money did you spend? Objection. He's like, my husband's like, yeah.
Annika, what if any hatred would you have if I keep saying what if any?
And he hates that. She hates it. What if any? I just hear Emily going, Elaine. That's all I keep saying. Elaine.
Oh God. Yeah.
Norma
like, yeah,
Below
Elaine.
Deck is on the Peacock. The Below Deck Under is on Peacock. Started
that's-
yesterday. I already watched half the episode. I'm trying to spread it out because I love.
I miss out. I miss out on. I'm so tired by the time you guys do.
Oh, I still haven't watched this week's Survivor.
Sailing.
Oh no, I haven't watched this week's Survivor, and I also need to watch Below Deck Down Under. So.
Oh my God.
I think we're all behind because of the trial. I mean, I see us all. We're all in Emily's chat. I don't type because there's just too much going on.
Oh, I just watched the actual live on the TV. I actually haven't gone on the chat. I just chat in the Lawnards Twitter.
Yeah. I didn't realize that was there. I didn't realize that. I was like, oh, we have a Lone Nerds chat. I don't have to talk in the chat and get yelled at every day.
Da. Don't.
Well, I don't get yelled at. I don't want to get yelled at. But, yeah. Oh my God, guys, it's going to be 90 cents. How am I going to do that? I'm going to have to turn the air on. I'm going to be really upset about that.
Ooh, they said there's going to be an Anchor Watch drop. I have to go check.
Oh,
wait, do you guys know what time Jason will drop the anchor?
Okay, I'm actually on YouTube, so I will look while we're actually on the feed because Jason's actually in my top 3. That may sound bad. There is nothing on his channel saying.
Okay.
So is Jason been doing Anchor Watch or no? Or
no, maybe.
Sorry, Joe. Go ahead.
So he has or no? Has he done Anchor Watch or no? Jason.
YouTube.
He is doing Anchor Watch. He's doing the sailing yacht on Tuesday nights with the Anchor Watch, and the Down Under one he does Anchor Drops.
Oh, okay. Oh, so he's been doing them a week. Okay, so the weekly one. Okay, cool.
Oh, Norma said Jason drops that anchor low. How would you know, Norma? Did you check it out?
Norma.
Did you check it
Norma,
out?
I don't need to know that. Nothing on Jason's Twitter either yet. I like stalk Jason now. It feels like I'm like, let me see. Let me check Jason's stuff.
Oh God, have you ever checked out his Instagram? Jason's Instagram, guys.
Well, the anchor the anchors drop, but maybe other things drip.
I never keep a straight face on this live.
I can't either. The first time I heard you guys, it was like a month or two ago. Well, I was like, "Oh, who are you people? What you doing with my friends?" I'm like, I was like, "I'm here, guys. I'm listening." I'm here. I woke up to go to the bathroom one night. I was like, oh, I forgot they're on. Let me go and see what everybody's talking about. I was like, oh, and I saw a big tip and a big dip and tip. And I was like, oh my God. And then Norma. I was like, Norma. Oh my God.
None
Norma.
of us behave on Anchor Watch. There's
You
a
guys
rule.
do not at all. I was like, who are you? What you guys do with my friends? And then I met you in New York, and I was like, oh, here's my friends. That's who you guys are. I love you guys. All right. But Joe, anybody final thoughts? I keep saying that because
I'm inspired. As Norma said, I might just go
Can we
and
just
eat a sandwich and then maybe be a sandwich later tonight.
wait, is that like is that something I don't? Is that an inside joke I don't know about?
What?
Is
No,
it,
it's a joke from this feed.
oh, it is.
Yeah, with Asher earlier.
And Ines.
Oh, Sam.
Get with the program.
I know, guys.
I got
Really, I can't follow when I got 3 different things. I can't. I'm so ADHD. This is killing me having 3 things going on. Like, oh my God, I can't do it. All right, I'm done.
Yes, Anique, we are very bad on Anchor Watch.
You guys are really bad. And it is Friday, Joe. I forgot. That's why I used to do lives on Friday and then I stopped because Joe has this thing. He's got to get ready. It's night.
Anyways, have a good one, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Friday and have a fantastic weekend.
Joe, are you going to give us any? All right, we'll talk details later on the chat. But okay, guys, love you guys.
Thanks everybody for being.
Guys, I was going to say like, comment, subscribe, share it. I didn't realize you. Whenever they say share, I didn't realize where. I'm like, where's everybody sharing it to? But I didn't realize you guys can share this anywhere. So you can share it anywhere. So that really works. That's like, Coffee Buzz is naughty too. I was like shocked, very disappointed. Just kidding. I love it. Just kidding. Okay, guys. We'll see you guys later. Love everybody. Thanks for coming. Comment. We'll be back next week. Same time. The heat's getting to me.